3, 4. Oh, okay, about 4 second delay. That's not bad. Oh, hello, Jackie. Can you hear me all right? What's up, May Boom? How are you doing today? Good evening, Anthony. How you doing? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't picked the mystery game yet. No, I'm just moving. I'm just clearing my desk. I filmed a PlayStation 30th anniversary video earlier today before I did the stream, along with a 2024 gaming year breakdown video. And I'm probably gonna finish editing them after today's stream. Whether or not I do a mystery game stream, I don't know yet. But it's really just gonna decide on the mood if people want me to do it or not. Because I don't know. I had a funny moment. Like, I think it was yesterday, and I felt very concerned. But yeah, if you guys want to start throwing your questions, go ahead. I'm all good to go. Close to the end of Mass Effect Legendary on Earth, ready to blast Reapers. All right. Well, hope you make the last hope you make the best final decision. It matters. Should have gotten my new bed, but van broke down, so you have to wait a few more days. Sorry, mate. Boom. Yeah. Hopefully, I'll upgrade my bed soon too. Yeah. I've been kind of busy with a lot of things. But yeah, I'll be. Why does Harry stay with the Why does he stay with the Slytherin so much? What do you mean? That doesn't make sense. He doesn't stay with Slytherin. I think you mean to say, why does he hate Slytherin? I don't think he hates Slytherin. He just everyone hates Slytherin. It's not just him. Everybody hates him. Got a new weapon in Warframe. Warfan shoot daggers. Okay. Well, I hope that weapon's serving you well. And greetings, Gordon. I hope you're doing well. Thoughts on Fortnite? Not for me. I've never played Fortnite. Vamped. It's like Minecraft. I've seen Minecraft, but I've never played it or had any interest in playing it, so it's hard to say. Nothing lasts, I know that, but why not make things just more stable but also last longer? I guess everything wears down over time. I don't know that's we've been asking that question since the beginning of time, I guess. Gryffindor and Slytherin hate each other on other principles. Dude, the Ravenclaws don't like Slytherin, and the Hufflepuffs don't like Slytherin. Nobody likes Slytherin. Did you have a better chance of finding a unicorn in the Dark Forest than you would be finding a sensible Slytherin? And that's not, and I mean, I guess, Lockhart, Slughorn, I mean, he's a good Slytherin. But it's just you might get one good Slytherin after maybe like 1,000 Slytherins every semester, every term. You might get one good Slytherin. Technically Merlin was a Slytherin. So, yeah. So my romance choice was Ashley. You think she could have handled Cora easily? No. No. Cora would take Ashley down. No question about it. By the way, I'm still trying to figure out if anyone still wants to do Skype and talk privately about season 7. Because basically, what it's going to be about is I kind of just want to reveal ideas that I want to add to it to make it different from the previous 6 seasons. And there's 4 matchups that I think are locks. 3 of them I'm a little uncomfortable about, so I kind of want to talk to everybody that's in that Skype meeting, see if they can come up with a better idea for those 3 matchups, or maybe look at the good matchups that I have locked and see if we can make them better, and just kind of give what I'm adding to make them better. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out who wants to come, or how we can get everyone's information, like what's the best day to meet. I'm still working on this. This isn't gonna happen till like I say like maybe the first second week of December. So that's what I'm working on right now. What's up? What's up, Commander? Hope your day's going well. I'm doing just fine. Have I seen Zatora? Zathora? I think, I think it's, I think I've seen that once. I think it's that like space style Jumanji movie. I think I've seen that maybe once. I thought it was okay, but I like Jumanji more. What's my favorite mech game? Zone of Enders. I think, at least I think that's what it's called. It was developed by Hideo Kojima. It was like one of the few other projects he was working on apart from Metal Gear. So I think it's Zone of Enders. I think that's a mech game. Do you still have your copy of Terminator 2? Absolutely. You know, the funny thing is that, yeah, I still do. I actually really want, like, I think a number of years ago, they were releasing, like, a special collector's edition that actually came with, like, the Exo arm, like a full-size Exo arm, and like, the discs actually slid out from the bottom section. Maybe I can find it on eBay. I'm curious. I'll look that up right now. Because that was easily, like, one of the coolest things I'd ever seen. So, you know, I'm curious if that's... Let's see. Terminator 2 Exo Arm Collector's Edition. Oh wait, hang on. What mother? Oh snap! Jesus. Well, I found the arm, but these people want like $280 for him. I was like, yeah. This asshole wants 3. This guy's asking for 4. Yeah, no, that's too much for me. Not even for Terminator, unless it was like a full body. Do I hate moving? Because making stuff that do I hate moving? I hate moving too many times in a short period of time. I hate that. Like, the last time I was in any place longer than I'd say 5 years, it was back at the original house before my dad passed. Like, after dad passed in 06 in 16, like I've moved to, like, it's been 8 years. So we went to the house, to that apartment, to that apartment, to that apartment. Okay, so in 8 years, I've moved 5 times. That is more than any other period of my life. And it would just be nice to kind of be in one spot for like 5 years. Like the current spot I'm in, I've been here for like 2 years, and I guarantee you I will be moving next May. Like, that is a foregone conclusion. I will not be in this area in May. I'm not sure exactly where I'll go. It'll be between 2 different spots. But, like, wherever I go, like, even that might be temporary. So I just don't like moving around too many times in a short period of time. Ever watched Dexter Crime Show? No. I've seen a few clips of it, but no, I've never actually seen. Hey, you work at PlayStation 2? Oh! Sandra smiles. Really? You work at PlayStation 2? How's that? How does that work? Explain that one. Oh. Have I ever heard Linkin Park songs with the original singer that came before Chester? I've heard of that singer. I've not gone out of my way to listen to what that sounded like. Because I'm not listening to whatever crap just came out. That's not Linkin Park to me. I heard one cue of that with the original songs, and I was like, nope, this is not going to work for me at all. I'm not even going to entertain the idea. Okay, Garden. In Dragon Ball GT, it appears Vegeta was an asshole, but a good... Vegeta wasn't an asshole. He really... No. Definitely by GT, no. He was not an asshole. He didn't even have enough screen time to really have much of a presence. But he was not an asshole. Oh, no, he was much more mellow. I mean, by that point, Trunks had grown up and Bullet was a teenager, and he had grown like this porn stash. So no, Vegeta was not an asshole. He got taken over by Baby, and that caused a whole bunch of problems. But no, he was absolutely not. I would even say probably like apart from Super, GT was like the nicest we had ever seen Vegeta. No question. Question. Seymour Guado versus Adea. Oh, Adea. Wait. You know what? I actually think, no, I take that back. I think Seymour could actually take her. Like, if he's got access to all his forms, yeah, I'd say Seymour could do it. Ultima Sia, that's another question. That's something else. Do I like anime? Yes, Anthony, I do like anime. I got like anime stuff all everywhere in my room right now. Satora is Space Jumanji. Also didn't care much for it. Do I remember Wild 9? No, I don't. Have I ever watched JoJo Bizarre Adventures? Broken Limit. I've never heard of that. What do you hate the most about Borderlands movie? As someone who wasn't a Borderlands fan in general, like I've only played the second game, I just think that it was just painfully miscast. I think that's what it was. I think the cast just did not work. I was not convinced. I mean, it was distracting. I'd say that's probably the thing I don't like the most. Vam, I have 2 copies of Terminator 2 on DVD, and I'm about to get a VHS copy. Wow, man, VHS. Ooh, that takes me back. Your mom passed in 16. Yeah, I'm sorry. Commander Shep, you should move to Tennessee. That's where I'm from. I don't think I've ever been to Tennessee, but I don't know. Any opportunity I would have of getting out of Vegas would be a major plus, if I'm being honest. I think I just want to get rid of all the baggage and start somewhere fresh. And your next question is, what would you do if you were in the world of Terminator? I'd probably just kill myself because I don't want to be hunted by machines. And would I survive in Rapture? You mean Rapture after it was destroyed, after it went crazy, or before? Because, I don't know, I think I could take a vacation to Rapture for a little bit before everything went to hell, and then head back to the surface. I think Rapture would be an interesting place to visit, because then you could see the ocean from that depth. And I think that would be interesting, but I would never want to stay there. The original singer was good, but not as good as Chester. Yeah, no one's as good as him. Vegeta was barely. Yeah, I know. Yeah. The same thing goes for Gohan. He was barely in GT2. Yeah, I don't think Gohan, like all those guys, they didn't really have much of a presence until like the last arc. Like when Omega Shinra was showing up and the androids came back and Baby came in, like that's when it was really kind of went to the extra characters apart from Pan, Goku, and Trunks. Why are Dragon Ball Z characters named Baby or Kid always the strongest? I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, no way in hell. Yeah. Ultima C would stomp Seymour, even his strongest form. I would even say Ultima C could maybe even stomp Sin. In the final summoning. Yeah, like Ultima C is no effing joke. You like anime from the 60s and the 70s? Unfortunately, no. That's a bit before my time, so yeah. Do a review of the Borderlands movie. I already did. I'm positive. I mean, I'm gonna double check. I think I did a review and I may have deleted it, but like I know I talked about it in some capacity. I'm about 90. Where is it? I feel like I did do a review on that. British. I think I might have deleted it or I might have unlisted it, but I feel like I do remember filming something about it. I just think it was just I think by the time I saw it, I couldn't add anything else to the argument. So I think I did do a review, but I might have taken it down. Florida? No. You guys got hurricanes and alligators. No, thank you. I mean, I am trying to plan a trip to Florida to go to Disney World and our in Universal Studios there because John was talking about how they're like building a new park, like kind of connected to Universal, and he really wanted to go, and I was like, oh yeah, we definitely got to plan a trip over there. So yeah. What rating would I give Cyberpunk in 2029? Oh, it's definitely a 9. Oh, absolutely. Like, it's crazy. Like, it wasn't until, like, years later until Cyberpunk finally became the game that it was promised to be at launch. But, yeah, it took a long time. Yeah, I would easily give Cyberpunk a 9. In, like, its current condition, absolutely. If it didn't come out in the condition that it is now, back then, solid 9, definitively. Game of the Year contender. I don't think it would win, but it would definitely be a contender. Cell Games was Gohan's peak. Yeah, I agree with that. Can I re-review Cyberpunk? Maybe, if enough people want me to do it. It's silly that Vegeta and Gohan were barely in GT. Yeah. Ultimate. Oh my God, no. Ultimate C would totally wreck Sephiroth. It ain't even funny. Even his safer mode wouldn't help him. Ultimate Z is so much stronger. Like, okay, good. That's nice. You can. Oh, that's nice. You can. You can blow up entire solar systems. You're talking about someone who literally is the embodiment of space-time. Like, she literally could go back and wipe you out of existence. Like, you can't even kill her in your timeline. You actually have to go into another dimension where she's vulnerable. If she enters your realm, she's pretty much, like, immortal. You have to travel into her dimension. Do you think the Big Daddy would kick the T-800's ass in a fight? A Big Daddy. I gotta be honest, that's a tough one because we know Big Daddies can be taken down through conventional means, and the Terminator isn't very fast, so head to head, I think he could. I think he could. I just think the Terminator's lack of mobility would work against him. You ever watch old Japanese horror drama samurai films? Anthony, I do not. Can I repost this? I'll think about it. Did you hear that we're getting a sequel to Hogwarts? Okay, a sequel to Hogwarts Legacy, I have heard about. A sequel to Cyberpunk, I'm not sure about. Ultima Siva or Kafka? No, still going with Ultima Siva. No. No. Yeah, I'm definitely still going with her. Yeah. Ultima C is a baddie. Oh, yeah, damn right she's a baddie. Did I watch the Snow White trailer? Fuck no, Gordon. Are you crazy? Are you on crack or something? I'm not even going to entertain it. I'm never entertaining another live-action Disney movie. Man, get that through your guys' heads, people. Man, they have fucked them all up. All of them have been fucked up outside of maybe Jungle Book. That's like the only one I would be like, okay, it's actually pretty decent. Not good, decent. All other ones have failed. Apart from like 101 Dalmatians. That one, the live action version, is actually pretty good. But heck, that came out at a time where Disney was not all about money. And they actually were like trying to make quality films. But like, no. These live action Disney remakes are just out of control because they're out of ideas. I'm telling you, people think I'm crazy for saying this. They're gonna do the same thing to Toy Story. Once they're out of animated movies, they're gonna hit Pixar. The only saving grace is that I know they will never touch my favorite Disney animated movie. They've probably forgotten about it. You guys have probably forgotten about it. And that's why I know it's safe. It'll never give a live action remake, and I'm happy about that. Because I'm telling you, if they do that, someone is going to get killed at Disney. I'm telling you, but I'm positive it'll never happen. I would bet my PlayStations it never happens. That's how confident I am. Ultima C is one of the strongest. Yeah, she's one of the strongest. I wouldn't say she's not the strongest, but she's not the strongest, but she's definitely one of the strongest. Romantic and sexy should never be applied to a Disney movie, ever. Fun facts: live 100 live action came out before the sequel. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. What's my favorite Disney movie? Well, it's not. Well, yeah, I've done a list of this. My favorite Disney movie is technically three movies. It's the Toy Story trilogy. Like, they're all even, like perfectly even. It's like it's the same thing I have with like The Dark Knight and Terminator. Like they are like perfectly tied for the number two spot, with Inception being the only film above both of them. Like Toy Story, I really cannot pick. I really can't. So like they are all on the top of the mountain, and then like there's like one film per each spot below them. But yeah, if we're talking like Disney films, it's the Toy Story trilogy. Yeah. No, no, no. Okay, no. Atlantis is probably my favorite animated. I mean, it's not my favorite Disney movie. If you're talking animated Disney movie, yes, it would be Atlantis, which apparently Bond and everyone's forgotten about it. So I'm shocked you remember it because now I'm concerned. But yeah, no, that like if we're talking animated film, yes, Atlantis is definitively number two, only under Toy Story, the Toy Story trilogy. It's like it's a bunch of movies going down the list, but like yeah, favorite animated is definitely Atlantis, without question. The Lion King was mine till Disney fucked it up. Oh god. Yes. Yes they did. Even bro was infuriated by it. I was like disgusted to almost throw it up. I was like, and then they come up with this stupid Mufasa prequel. Like, who the hell asked for that? Like these animated lions look even more fake than they did in the first one. The old witch in Snow White was scary in the cartoon. Yeah, she was also a psychopath. You only saw it once. Yeah, well, I recently rewatched that Atlantis for like the hundredth time, like a couple days ago. I know that movie I know that well so far. I got like the lines down. Like I even had the. People don't even remember this. It had a PC first person shooter game to it. It came in two parts. There was like a demo. It was like a prequel version of that game, and then the actual game came out. The prequel version was called Search for the Journal, and it had like four missions. And then the main first person shooter Atlantis game was called Trial by Fire, and that was a PC only game, and it was pretty fucking awesome with some awesome music. And even Disney Channel, and even the back then when Disney Channel talked about games, they even talked about that game. They had like a segment dedicated to the game itself. And again, people have totally forgotten about that game. The Black Cauldron is one of the most underrated Disney movies. I agree. You saw the trailer to the Lion King remake, and I immediately regretted it. Yeah, we all did, winner. We all did. Mm. You guys got anything else? Imagine if they remake Short in the Stone. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't see it. Waste of time. Just more example of them. Just they have no creativity and they can't come up with their own ideas, and that is sad. All that money and power and you can't come up with a decent idea. Disney has truly lost its soul. You like Animatrix? Yeah, I liked Animatrix. I thought that was cool. Yeah. I like the Animatrix. Absolutely. Sword and Stone's fantastic. Badness Combat is a filler series of Hank J. Okay. I mean, all right. It's got nothing to do with me. I've never heard of it. Have I heard of Antonio Ye? Have you heard of Antonio Banderas? Yes, I know who Antonio Banderas. And what is your favorite film of his? This might sound generic, and maybe, but I would say it's a coin toss between Zorro and Desperado. it's a coin toss between those two films. Those are my favorite films that he's been in. Because I thought he was that was perfect casting for Zorro, and working with Quentin Tarantino in Desperado was also amazing. So yeah, it's one of those two films, but easily by a coin toss. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I got my favorite coin right here. Like I could flip it and let it decide. Mugo, Kektor, Chocobos, Thornberries, or well, Moogles and Kektar are no-nos. Thornberries, ooh, stay away from those. So I gotta go with Chocobos. I want a Chocobo. I think those would be fun to ride. So yeah, that's what I go with, Chocobos. You guys got anything else? This stream's been actually going pretty well so far, and it's only been like almost 30 minutes, so we're halfway through, and I'm still on the fence of whether or not I should do a mystery stream. Do I In-N-Out? You know, a friend of mine actually recommended that I go to In-N-Out for the first time because we actually have an In-N-Out close to where I live, and there's always a line. Like always, there's like always up this long ass line. I was just like, why? Like I you don't see lines for McDonald's. You don't see lines for you never see lines for any other fast food restaurants, like anywhere. And I was just like, I've never actually been to In-N-Out. All I've heard is that their fries taste like cardboard. And I actually went there for the first time and had a burger. And I was just like, oh okay. I mean, it's all right. It's not like the best burger I've ever had, but it was like okay, it's all right. Picture keeping a horse-sized cat in your apartment. Yeah, I think the owners would be pretty upset about that. Marble or Flan? Oh. Which one am I more scared of? Oh, God. The Marlboro. Ooh. You see that? Oh, you see that sucker? You get the hell out. Dude, I I don't know. I think I streamed the, Final Fantasy 16 demo. And I think I panicked when that thing popped out. I was like, oh my god. Oh no, 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 no. We gotta take that out before I get this bad breath. Otherwise, we are fucked. Yeah, anytime that thing shows up, you know you're in trouble. Like, I'm more scared of that thing than final game bosses. No, Vamp. Like, dude, like, no, they're a real thing. Like, it's almost like always evening times. It's like there's always these long ass lines. Like every time I drive past there to go to work, like there's always a line. Like I was in line for like when I went there the first time. Like I think it was like maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe 2-3 weeks ago. I was in line for like 30 minutes. Like and it snaked. It was weird. What you have an art form you practice? No, not really. I'd like to be good at drawing though. What makes Metal Gear Solid 3 a perfect game? It's got great. It has an amazing story with impressive visuals, and it doesn't need to change. That's why that remake, Delta, I will never be playing it because it will never be as good as the original in my eyes. The giant leaf octo. No, that wasn't that scary. That was a creative design. What's the happiest day of my life? Mine is going to see Green Day live front row. Happiest day. You know what? I think, and that's tough. I think it's a mixture of maybe 3 different days. I think one of them was like I got to hang out with Rachel at Disneyland the first time because the trip was going badly for certain reasons. The trip was going awful. and then Rachel like just kind of came in at like the last minute and like saved the entire trip. Like I had made that Disney trip in like 2016 for like a certain reason, and it was just and then that's one day, and then I think getting to meet my brother's kid for the first time, that was a big day. I got emotional. And I think the third day was I got to hang out. I can't go in details because it's a little too personal. But I got to hang out with someone special that I had known for a couple of years, and we got to. The best way I can describe it was like we went out deep in the desert and we had like it was like a fun little like adventure. It was like a special. It was supposed to kind of hike, and something happened on it, and then something else was happening while it was happening, and it was kind of crazy, but like it was like one of those I never thought that would happen kind of moments. And then we've been like we're still really good friends even now, and I think I'm gonna have a chance to hang out with that person next month for their birthday. But yeah, it's even maybe that one because there's so many details about it I don't even have the heart to share on here. Like it was that personal. So yeah, that's all I'll say. Have I seen Venture Brothers? I've seen a few episodes, but not the whole thing. Robin. I'll just say that because I'm having a hard time saying the rest of it. The weirdest thing is secret. What the? I'm not sure what that has to do with anything. To be fair, people only eat at McDonald's for its breakfast. I agree. I will say that. Those pancake deals, yeah, unmatched. Like, best pancakes ever. Even better than like Denny's or IHOP. I agree. Purely breakfast. Their lunch is just not it anymore, and it's absolutely dry, tasteless. Yeah. You finished Snake Eater again only and realized the game is now 20 years old. Yeah, I know. It's 20 years old. Yeah, back last month. It was its 20th anniversary. Which is funny because MGS Con 3 is next August, and its whole theme is kind of Metal Gear Solid 3-ish too, so yeah. A UFO sighting happened? No, something cooler. And it was just me and this person. We were the only one there. And this person did something that I did not anticipate. And it meant so much because nobody in my life, whether it was like my parents, my mom, like even people who I've known for decades who are like the closest to me have never done what this person did. And it was life changing. Like my life, like that, like there's not many moments where your life actually changes for the better and you know it happens, but like it happened on this trip. Like I recognized that my life had changed for the better. And that was because this person had done something really special that like nobody I've ever known in my life up until this point had ever done for me. Ever. Like, and I was just like, wow. That was something. You don't know, Vamp, you don't know anything. I mean, I'll tell you this much. It wasn't quite a UFO sighting. It was we saw something in the desert that was like extremely rare. And it's just like, okay, all right, it's like seeing the best way I can describe it is like if you go to Hawaii, there's certain places in the world. There's certain places in the world where you see something and it's such an incredibly beautiful moment. And you know it was beautiful. Like when I went to Hawaii and I saw a Hawaiian sunset for the first time, that was a special moment. But what would have made it more special is if I had experienced that with someone special. Because I'd always wanted to go to Hawaii with someone else. So I was a little bit sad in that I could not bring someone with me. Like no one wanted to come with me, but it would have topped that moment had I had someone special with me, because we are experiencing this moment together and it's just us. That's what I mean. It's like we went into the desert and we saw something really, really cool. And it's the fact that it was only the two of us there that made it special. That's why it's kind of hard to describe, because if I explain it, then it will feel less special. But it wasn't anything crazy. It was just like the fact that we went on this trip. We're the only two people there. And it's just like, this moment is for us. It's not for anybody else. And I've never even gone in detail with this with my brother. Like, that's how that's how special it was. Even he doesn't know the full details of what happened. I can't even tell my mom what happened. It was like that special. Like, that deep. It's like one of those things where I don't even think I'll ever reveal this to my grave. It was that cool. But like, had I gone to Hawaii with someone special, it would have eclipsed that. That's what I mean. Over a lake proposal? No, that would have been good. No, I promise, Vamp. If whatever you're thinking it's wrong, I promise you don't know what it was. I've never discussed it with anyone, so you won't have a clue. You don't have a clue. I would bet all my games you don't know what it is. I promise you. You couldn't guess. We saw something that was like really effing cool in the desert. I'm telling you, he doesn't know. I promise you. Like, man, if you think it is, go ahead, give it a try. I promise you it'll be wrong. like if you think it is, reveal it, and I'll tell you. But if you're right, I will expose it for the first time ever. If you can guess it and you're right, I'll expose it. But I promise you'll get it wrong. You ever consider script writing or script? I do that all the time with yeah, absolutely. I would love a job in like screenwriting and script writing. Absolutely, I would absolutely do it. I actually just put in an application for like a job like that here in Vegas. Like, yeah, Vamp, I'm challenging you. Like, yeah, okay, you give up. Yeah, like, trust me, if you think you know, go ahead. What is the most embarrassing moment? Embarrassing? Okay, I mean, I've told this story a number of times. It wasn't really embarrassing. I didn't see it as embarrassing, but it was, I don't take full blame for this. I blame my dad for this, okay? I think I've told this story before. It's the first time I went to Disneyland. So apparently there was these, like, I'm not sure if you went to the Disneyland in the 90s, there was this like purple speed car ride that like ran around the park. And we wanted to get in line to ride it. And I was with my older sister and my mom. My younger sister was with my dad. They were walking off somewhere else. And we were in line, and this line was like long. We were in line for like an hour. Now, by the time we get to the front line to get on this ride, I have to like badly go to the bathroom. Like badly. So I have to run out. Mind you, I'm like 9 years old. So I'm a 9-year-old running through this park. And I don't quite make it to the bathroom. I end up peeing on myself. They let me go to the front of the line. I was like, oh, Mom, I didn't make it. And they was like, oh, do you still want to go on the ride? Mom said no. Dad and Melissa came in. And it's like, well, Brian just peed himself. And he told me, and back then there was like this section that had this like platform with this spinny ball on it. And it was surrounded by like fountains. And I swear to you, I told my dad this like one of the last main conversations I had with him. And it's like, I actually called him while I was there to do it. I'll explain it. Dad, his exact words was, Brian, go push the ball. Now, mind you, all this water is like shooting around this ball. And so I'm ducking and dodging all these like shots of water. And I'm doing a really good job. I'm like Tom Cruise here. And I'm pushing this ball. And I'm just looking around, dodging all this water. And I don't really understand what's going on. And he just said, okay, come here. And then April just looked at me and says, Brian, you're so stupid. I was like, what? Dad told me to push the ball. What are you talking about? It's like, Dad meant for you to get wet. So it didn't look like you pissed yourself. Now, everyone can tell you peed yourself. If you gotten wet, no one would know. I was like, well, why didn't he just say, get wet? Why didn't he just say that? It's like he thought you'd figured it on your own. And then years later, in 2016, when I went back to Disneyland for that trip, I found that exact same ball. I bought a bottle of water, and I called Dad on the phone, and I said, hey, Dad, The next time you want a child to get wet, you should just tell them to get wet. And I literally took that. I opened the water bottle, and I literally dumped it on myself in front of everybody. Like it was a big bottle of water. So I literally soaked myself while pushing this ball. I was like, that's how you tell a kid to get wet. You just tell him to get wet. And I told that story at my dad's funeral too. But like that's one of the few like happy moments I have with my dad. It was just like, well, you should have just told me to. Yeah. Yeah, I think that is the most embarrassing moment. But it was like maybe embarrassment, but like I didn't really recognize it at the moment. Thoughts on Black Ops 6? I don't have any thoughts. I'm not playing it. Yeah. Would you agree that John Wick games should be made? That sounds like a cool idea, but like, what could you do? Okay, what feature, what game mechanic could you add to make that game stand out and not be like a generic shooter? Because there's no question in my mind it will be a first-person shooter. But what feature could you possibly add to make it stand apart so that it doesn't just feel like another first-person shooter? I think that's the challenge. Like like the idea of making a first-person shooter John Wick game would be easy. I doubt they would make it third-person. Highly doubtful. It'd have to be first-person. But like, what gameplay mechanic could you add? Like, I think that's the question. Vegas is not a hotspot for filming motion pictures. You know, that may not be true, Anthony. They're built like a bunch of movie studios are buying some properties out here. Like they want to build some studios out here. Like they're building them. So, get wet sounds strange. Well, that's what he wanted me to do. At least you didn't poop yourself. Yeah, that would have been a disaster. Wait, getting wet like in Training Day? No, not like that. Do I drink? What's my most angry? Well, Gordon, you should know that. Everybody should know what made me angry. So we won't bring it up here. Do I drink alcohol? I can, but I'm not like a big drinker. Like I might have like a few drinks, but like not enough to the point where I can't drive home. So yeah, like I don't consider like I don't actively go out and seek alcohol, but like I can be like a small social drinker, something like that. I would love to see John Wick game in the style of Max Payne. That might sound interesting, but like for something like John Wick, you really have to add something that makes it definitive and like stand apart from just being another shooter. And I think without question, it would be a first-person shooter. Max Payne is a third-person shooter. There's no question in my mind a John Wick game would be first-person. There's no question in my mind. You like PlayStation Control? Yeah, I don't see why not. Do I smoke anything? No. Absolutely not. I am not a fan of any kind of smoking. No smoking, no vaping, none of that stuff. The only thing I want going into these lungs is air. So, man, you think Mass Effect TV series could be good? Unlikely, but we'll see what happens. I don't think TV shows based off of games have ever been very good, in my opinion. I mean, Fallout was okay, but it was only because I knew nothing about Fallout. Like, I've never played a Fallout game. And I think Witcher was more of the same. I've never played a Witcher game. So, like, what I was getting in the show was, like, everything I know about The Witcher I got from that TV show. And from what I've heard, like, the next season, if not Henry Cavill, won't be very good. I remember you said, Dad, oh, yeah, he used to smoke. Oh, yeah, big time. He didn't used to. Like, he was smoking when I was a kid, and then when Melissa was born, he stopped, and then some things happened when we all got older, and he started smoking again, and there's no question that contributed to his heart attack. There's no question in my mind. That's why I'm like, I can't deal with smokers. I've lost enough family members to smoking and lung cancer and all those types of illnesses. I can't stand it. Like, if other people do it, that's fine, but like that's a no for me. Why first person has been done to death? Well, oh wait, I'm missing something. You ever consider how Star Wars is based on a true story? It's not really based off a true story. There's elements that are taken from historical events that you could kind of compare to, but I don't think it's based on any true story. You have to remember that Star Wars was originally based off of Flash Gordon, but there's elements that are taken from history that Star Wars has adapted, or at least George Lucas of Star Wars adapted. That is completely missing in the sequels. Why first person has been done to death? I think it would be because like you have enough third person for like isn't that what they're trying to do with like Indiana Jones? Isn't that like, well, no, I've seen gameplay of Indiana Jones. That reminds me of a really old game that I'm sure a lot of people have forgotten about. That's what that game kind of looks like. It just seems more natural. Like I think like a shooter, like that just makes more sense. How did I meet my brother? Oh, well, I was in the second grade. He was in the first grade. He was getting picked on by a bunch of third graders. And I kind of tried to step in for him. And we both got beat up. And when I woke up, we were both in the nurse's office. And he went to his classroom and I went to my classroom. And then when we were leaving that day, we discovered that we both lived in the same apartment complex. And I just wanted to and so as a 6-year-old, because mind you, my parents, like, this was at a time where you could actually, this was at a time where, like, parents did not pick up their kids from school. Like, if you were 5 or 6 in the 90s, like, you'd be pretty safe to walk home by yourself. You wouldn't try doing that now. So, like, I just made sure he got home, and I went home. And it was a long walk, and then that's really how it started. And then I just make sure that's really how it started, and like the rest is history. I will say he has said for multiple years that he actually wants to track down those guys that kicked our ass. And it's just like, dude, that was probably like the best ass kicking we ever got. Like, imagine had I actually beaten up those kids, I would have just sent you on your way, and like we probably never would have talked again. But like I think us getting beat up by a bunch of third graders may have been the best thing that happened to us. Who's my favorite Mortal Kombat villain? Gotta go with probably Shao Kahn. Yeah, can't go wrong with him. Shang Tsung's a little too snake, like kind of like deceiving. Like Shao Kahn just comes straight at you, and I respect a villain that like is no bullshit, no manipulation. He wants to do all the killing himself. Like, and Shao Kahn is absolutely that type of guy. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Yep, those were the good old days. And we still got about 11 minutes left. No love for Shinnok? No. No love for Shinnok, or Onaga, or Kronika. Ugh. Or even, I mean, Shang Tsung's okay, but like, yeah, definitely guy will go with Shao Kahn. Not General Shao, Shao Kahn. Best RoboCop film is the first one. No, not Quan Chi. Quan Chi's, he's just a stooge. He ain't that good. Remember when Raiden came through with Shinnok's head? Yeah. Mortal Kombat 11 that bad? No, I don't think. Why do people think it was bad? Like, a lot of people will say, like, 1 was bad. It's like, dude, out of any Mortal Kombat game, 1 is the one I probably got the most good at. And I actually platinumed that sucker. Like, I've never done it with a Mortal Kombat game, but no, I do not think 11 was bad. I had fun with 11. Quan Chi looks like Kratos, only because he has like the pale white skin. I think that's about it. Shinnok's head versus Meat. Who wins? Oh, definitely Meat. Definitely Meat. No one can beat Meat. And don't forget Mocap Man. And don't forget the greatest cooking show on the planet, Cooking with Scorpion. Like KFC fried chicken. You know what? I actually have not had any KFC in a very long time. I think I stayed away because people thought that was associated with black people. Yeah, I would say this. I think like maybe I went to like a KFC like a few years ago. Like I think I tested like they had like this chicken pizza thing that they tried. But like, do you guys remember? I'm not sure how old some of you guys are, but do you guys remember when KFC would have like barbecue chicken? Like they don't make that anymore. Like I wonder where that went. Like, oh my god, like that was almost as addicting as like Panda's orange chicken. Like if I can take like the top 3 foods that I could eat for the rest of my, well, maybe I don't want to go that far. That might get dangerous. But like easy, like my top 2 like favorite fast food like foods of all time would have been like Panda's orange chicken and KFC's barbecue chicken back in like in the 2000s and the 90s. I don't know why they got rid of that. Is Mortal Kombat 1 the best American storytelling? No. No. It's pretty average. It's not the best. No. I main Spawn. Okay. Yeah, I've seen, Spawn's got some pretty insane combos. You can't see a person who drives a black car like Mercedes driving. Comic Gamer, you're 19. Dang, that's crazy. You were 7 when I started YouTube. You know, that's kind of crazy. And I don't mean to get a little bit personal, but like one of the biggest things that I'm really concerned with about next year is like, what the hell do I do when I hit 100K? Because a lot of people don't even realize this. I hit 93 like 2 days ago. Like my goal was hit 90. We're at 93. Like these past couple of months have been insane, and like at this rate, there's a very good chance we'll probably get halfway through 93. Maybe hit 94, and then that's like a foregone conclusion. We'll probably hit 100K by definitely like May or July. And then once I've done that, what do I do? Like that was my goal when I started YouTube. Like I wanted to hit that 100K. Like I'm not crazy. I'm not going for 1 million. Even really successful channels never get that high. So hitting that 100K was important. And I remember when they were giving like brown buttons for like 50,000. But they got rid of that. But like I don't know what to do next. I kind of feel like maybe my YouTube journey will come to an end once that happens. I really don't know what to do afterwards, because it'd be like, we've dedicated 13 years, uploaded well over 2,000 videos. We've gotten more than 100 million views. We've made hundreds of dollars on monetization, which I just got monetization back after like 4 years. I don't know what I'm gonna do afterwards. It's like school. It's like graduating from school. Like school is a 12-year process if you start from first grade. It might be 13 if you go to kindergarten back in the day, but I went directly into first grade, and that was a 12-year journey. So like, there are people who were getting into school who are going to be graduating next year, and that's a crazy idea. No, Vamp. Making YouTube my job was never an idea. You cannot. I could never make a career off of YouTube. Like like with my jobs, like I'd be like, if that had happened, then I would have done it. But like after 13 years at this point, it's never gonna happen. Like some people could do it and other people can't. And like I've been trying to punch with this algorithm wall for years. Like I've gotten like a few slight punches, but I've never knocked it down and figured out exactly what do I do to get people to keep coming back. Because it's amazing. I don't know what is going on with my channel. The idea that I can have 93,000 subscribers, and yet I struggle. It's rare to get 1,000 videos of 1,000 views of video. Like something's not making sense. Retire at the top of the game? I don't know. Like I have half a year to think about what to do. Do you believe James Marsden deserves justice for Cyclops? Yeah. I think the funny thing is I thought he was the best in the first film. Like the second one they didn't really do much. He was like hardly in there, and then they kill him off in the beginning of the third one. I was just like, this is Cyclops. Like, he's the leader of the X-Men. It wasn't Wolverine. So I think like the best version of him that we got was in that first film. And I thought he was a perfect Cyclops. But yeah, he deserved justice, absolutely. Some schools like high school require 8 years is insane. What? 8 years in high school? When the hell did they start doing that? That's insane. What are the 3 topics? The 3 topics, gamer. The 3 topics was at the beginning. It was first 3 topics reviewer. It was games, movies, and tech. And we still do that, but like the tech kind of evolved into like whatever you guys want me to talk about. But like it's always been games and movies. Like that's always stayed the same. The third part was pretty much whatever you guys want me to talk about. And luckily you guys have played it pretty safe in terms of what you want me to talk about. So those were the 3 topics. It was games, movies, and whatever the people want me to talk about. You want me to talk about politics? We'll talk about politics a little bit. No one's asked me to do that, but the door's open. Tech, like technology, like tech. You know, like devices, consoles, laptops, like devices, phones. Like early on, that's what I did. I reviewed that stuff all the time. I reviewed clothes. Like it ventured. It was always kind of jumping around. Emerging warp drive technology. Well, yeah, I probably would have reviewed that had that stuff come out. What is the best Marvel vs. Capcom game? I don't know. I'm not a Marvel and Capcom person. Sorry, I'm Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I don't waste my time with politics. You don't talk about politics or religion. That's those 2 things you don't talk about amongst friends. You leave that out. There is nothing in my opinion, I will say this. In the entire realm of history, of humanity, there is nothing that has divided people as a species more than religion and politics. There are countless wars that are based strictly on those 2 things. It's your political beliefs and your religious beliefs. That has caused the most amount of damage across all of human history, and that's proof. Favorite Capcom character would be Elena Kennedy. Favorite Marvel character would be Spider-Man. But again, I don't play Marvel vs. Capcom. That's fine, man. I have a lot of friends that are very religious, and it's done a lot of good for them, and I've seen it firsthand. I'm not a big religious person, but I have absolutely seen firsthand what good someone with a strong faith can do. I've seen it firsthand. That is proof. Okay. So I'm gonna end the stream there. I don't think I'll do a mystery. I don't think I'll do a mystery stream today. I want to finish editing these 2 videos. Maybe I'll upload one of them later tonight. Maybe I'll upload them tomorrow morning. I'm not sure. You guys let me know. But yeah, maybe I'll probably do a mystery stream like next Wednesday. But yeah, this was fun. This was fun. This got me thinking about a lot of things. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by. You guys are awesome, and like always, thank you guys for watching. And I will see you guys next Wednesday.